Hi everyone, my name is Nick and I work for Robert Walters in our Adelaide office. I'm sure most of you know who Robert Walters are, but for those that don't, we are a global professional services recruitment consultancy. My role here in Adelaide is to work across our commercial and engineering portfolio. Today I thought it would be beneficial to share some insight into what we are seeing for the first 6 months of 2020. In particular, as we have just come out of end of financial year and businesses are starting to return back to their offices. As you can see, we are back in our office, which I think for a collaborative environment, I'm certainly enjoying that. I think we can all agree it's been a crazy, challenging and unprecedented start to 2020, and I'm sure still some uncertain times to come. Through this time, I can say our Adelaide office has not buried our heads in the sand, but we've looked to remain optimistic and authentic in our conversations. We've adopted new technology platforms with the use of Microsoft Teams and video interviewing applications such as SparkHire. We spent much of Q2, like most businesses, working from home, which for me was, there was a silver lining. I got to spend more time with my newborn son, who's now 6 months old. Throughout all this, we certainly continue to try our best to add value to our candidates and clients. 3 areas of discussion today, and I promise to try and keep this brief. Number 1, quick candidate market update. Number 2, a client and industry update, and a little bit about what's next. Number 3 for the division. Broadly speaking, given the project-orientated sector that I work in, there was a level of employment stability, in particular across defence and heavy industry. However, as the oil price fell, and in conjunction with a decrease in confidence as other areas of the market took a hit with COVID-19, there were some reductions in some of the EPCs and consultancies that didn't have a strong pipeline of work. Overall, it continues to be a great time for heavy industry experienced candidates across contract management, procurement, commercial and engineering. Engineers with a technical background in systems, electrical, mechatronic and mechanical engineering continue to be the most sought after. On the client front, infrastructure and defence spending is being fast-tracked, particularly by Commonwealth and private enterprise, in order to drive an economic bounce back. Recruiting for business critical and project delivery positions, even during this last quarter, were prioritised. This led to a consistent amount of roles coming to the market, whether through organic growth or the need to resource for project execution. However, there was an absolute tightening of external spend as budgets were scrutinised. I must say this wasn't a whole reflection of the market, but purely across infrastructure and defence. Locally, this was led by BAE and Naval Group as they continue to ramp up their recruitment to deliver C1000 and C5000 programs. Where I did see a shift was in the manner of employment, in particular in some of the suppliers and service providers to these prime programs. This was a shift towards max term and contract appointment. Businesses know they need to deliver their part in the project whilst managing their risk with uncertainty across the market. Finally, I want to share some exciting news on what's to come for my division in the coming weeks. We've been retained to work on a body of work that will play a significant part in designing and delivering better technology, safety and productivity for one of our nation's largest transport infrastructure projects. The roles that we will be seeking are project management, project engineering, senior systems engineering and systems engineers. Please look out for some more information on these roles and the project itself next week. Thanks so much for listening.